And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will go on the attack first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Running back searching for a hole. These little gains can start to add up as he gets... the 34. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. Rides the back on the option to give. Oh, he's got some space.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Handoff to the single back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Rides the back and leaves it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Makes the catch. It's Allen. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. When you break into the top 5, halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last two, and now facing first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He might want another play. To the air, it's Russell. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick down here on the goal-to-go situation. They break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down. That's reeled in, it's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job playing physical by the defense. That's a great job. He catches the ball, gets a yard, and the defense goes, no, sir, you go no more. And now, next time he catches it, where's that dude?
Oh, it's a fumble! Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to find another play.
Those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. On the move and looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed.
Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He's got it on the right. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Gardner. Here's the pressure. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get his first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. The play action fake. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got it in the middle. It's Edwards. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Quarterback and wide receiver.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Green. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Toure. He's got it!
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Barges ahead. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Hooks. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He leaves it with his back. He breaks a tackle. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Makes the catch. It's Smith. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Gardner. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Hill. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. Alabama pushing the tempo. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Good timing on the quick out. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught close to the marker. It's Green. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Used the play fake. Now to throw. On the move, he fires. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on first down. It's complete. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Pocket breaking down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. The offense changing the play. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Corrals it at the 45. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Pressure is really on to put together a drive here, already down 21-zip. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Russell. Here's a heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Edwards. On the move at the 30. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The option look. Now the toss. Touchdown, Bama! Great job by the back on the option.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping it. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 30. Inside the... Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Gardner. Got his man in the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Smith takes the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll move the wide receiver. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off-play action on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, what a move to get open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Rush is on him. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get two hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Might be changing the route. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the...
Makes the grab past the marker. Just Gets across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Trying to run, it's Connors. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Just feeds the running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Slithers into space. Continues to fight for yards. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Gardner. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Unleashes it on the run. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. complete on the right side. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Punts it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So they're facing third and short from the 25. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. The throw for the right sideline falls to the ground.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Looking downfield, it's Toure. Got the back over the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He'll pull it on the read. Took care of it, headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown time! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on so...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Back to throw, it's Toure. Caught behind the line, it's Allen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. Steered out of looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but just live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. He'll try to get it through the air. Quick completion on the out route. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner, and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were. They knew what they were going to go out and